Hey yo everyone, welcome back to another gameplay review. So today we're checking out Honor of Kings World, and I recently got the chance to try the beta version of the game for a little while. I just want to share how I personally felt playing the game, so if you haven't tried it yet, you can kind of get an idea of whether it looks like something you would enjoy or not. Now, most of you probably already know Honor of Kings because it's absolutely massive in China. But this new game is completely different from the original MOBA. Instead of a competitive arena game, this is a full open-world action RPG. Now, before we jump deeper into the gameplay, here's a quick update on the release situation. The game already launched in China for PC on April 10, 2026, and was later released on mobile devices in China on April 17. As for global players, TiMi Studio Group has also started rolling out a global alpha test, which is scheduled to run from May 21 to May 27 for selected players. So right now, the game is slowly moving toward a worldwide release, although they still haven't officially confirmed the full global launch date yet. The first thing that caught my attention was definitely the scale of the game. Visually, it looks really good. The environments are huge, the effects during combat are flashy, and overall, it has that big AAA fantasy vibe. At certain moments, especially during boss fights, the game genuinely looked impressive. And honestly, I was kinda surprised this is also supposed to run on mobile devices, because some areas looked pretty demanding even on PC. Gameplay-wise, this is not trying to be another MOBA at all. The combat is fully action-based, with dodging, combos, abilities, and character switching. The biggest mechanic here is the dual class system. Once you unlock more mechanics, you can switch between different heroes during fights to create smoother combos and stronger attacks. I also liked that the combat wasn't completely brainless. You can't just mash buttons and expect everything to work perfectly, especially during boss fights. Boss fights especially feel pretty cinematic. The boss fight I played during the beta was probably the best part of the demo. It was this giant monkey boss with different masks, and every mask changed how the boss attacked. One version focused more on fire attacks, while another became way more aggressive in close combat. The developers said this was inspired by traditional Chinese theater, which I thought was a cool idea, because it made the fight feel more unique instead of just another generic monster battle. Since this was a beta build, I'm still curious how well it holds up long term. During my short playtime, it stayed fun because the switching system kept things active. But I think the real test will be how much enemy variety and build customization the full game actually has later on. If every fight ends up feeling too similar, people might get bored after a while. But from what I played, there's definitely a good foundation there. The open world side also seems promising, although the beta didn't really give enough time to fully explore everything. I did get to see some larger areas, and the world itself feels much more alive than I expected. There are hidden paths, large environments, and the game definitely pushes exploration pretty heavily. It reminded me a little bit of Genshin Impact in structure, but visually, it leans more into realistic fantasy instead of anime style. Overall, after trying the beta, I'd say Honor of Kings World definitely has potential. But yeah, those are basically my first impressions after trying the beta version of Honor of Kings World. To play the Chinese version of Honor of Kings World, keep in mind that this game is pretty demanding right from the start. When launching the game, you can choose between a smaller standard download of around 5 gigabytes, or a much larger HD texture pack that goes beyond 20 gigabytes. The HD option definitely looks way better visually, with more detailed environments and cinematic scenes that honestly feel close to games like Genshin Impact or
How long have you been
Withering.
trapped in here?
But it will also push your phone much harder in terms of performance. Also, you'll need an active QQ or WeChat account to access the Chinese servers. Let me know what you guys think about the game so far.
Whatever's lurking,
honestly, are you interested
it's
in
behind
trying
this
this
gate.
when it releases globally? And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more upcoming mobile gaming content, and I'll see you guys in the next one.